Hi, Boom. Sorry, I'm not in the mood to write much these days. I answer comments and what have you on my channel, but I think things are sort of changing. The the mind visor I told you about was this image, this diagram I've had on my channel for the last God knows how many videos. But what I'm saying is, you call that to mind, this blue and red, and I've sort of discussed the different areas of it. But if you realise that you're down in this criticised, lecturing, complaining, boasting area, or attacking, or anywhere down there, whether you're doing it or whether somebody's doing it to you, then you're in what I call the narc zone. Down here it's hell. Okay, the idea is to get yourself back up to here again, if you could possibly get up to there. But it's I use this particular slide. I was talking about the idea that the people who typically live. And I'm not saying this is you or anybody else in particular. It was certainly Sue. Um, she didn't. The highest Sue could get was about there, up to agreeing with, or maybe inform me. Yeah, but that's about as high as she could get. But most of her time, or most of my time with her, I spent down here. And I've put it, like a judge. It's like I take all this risk and initiate conversation and come up with this thing to say, that thing to say, this thing to talk about, this thing to do. This, yep. And pretty much what Sue could do was just judge, and she could offer nothing, create nothing, but just complain and criticise about everything that I did. And that's pretty much typically what men get from women, to be honest. Standing back, Sue is pretty typical. So, what's happening is, as I my collar's folded in, as I go further and further along with MGTOW, not that I'm doing as much now, but they all say the same thing: just keep to yourself, just live your own life, just be with yourself. And it's sort of getting that way that like you try and think, well, no, we belong, society, but they're all saying, because they're all loners. We're all loners up here, just guys that are on our own, more or less, which I'm one of them. If you don't want to get into the narc zone and be part of a group, then I guess what they're saying is just be by yourself. And it's getting, it's getting inside my head. I'm probably thinking, that's probably the way to go. I've tried to, do business with other people and what have you, with women in particular. Never works. And AB didn't even care. She said the other day, well, I'll have a drink with you. Okay, right, what time? Oh, a couple of hours. Yeah, right, I can't. I've got to go to the hospital. The neighbour's had a heart attack. Okay. Have a drink with you tomorrow, 11 a.m. I didn't even bother turning up at that time. I knew she wouldn't be there. I just thought, fuck it. I've gone to all this trouble to set up a web page, came up with this idea, to try and help her out, send her money and that sort of thing. Couldn't give a fuck. She really could not give a rat's ass. I don't think generally that's the way people are. They just care about themselves. So I'm sort of at the point of thinking, well, how do I live by myself? How do I communicate by myself? How do I have sex? Well, sex is easy enough. How do I just be by myself? Because there doesn't seem to be a lot. I don't see the advantage in being with anybody else. That's the truth of it. It seems like, I'm doing this and I'm facing that, and I think, why bother doing this? For nothing, for no reward, no money or anything else. Like, what's the point? And this is where it's getting to. It's like, why bother? It's because nobody else is taking a risk. It's only, and don't worry about going to the internet cafe. It's not that. It's just I don't know. Don't worry about it. Just it's okay. It's just don't risk anything. Who knows? Someone might see you on it. That's just where it's at. It's like, I'm doing this around people, and getting that, and paying, and just and copying up, actually getting attacked. Where is it? Attacked? No, this side. attacked and demonised. You know, I was demonised in the bloody. You know, I go into chat in the wild jungle, or I used to, and you know, I was laughing around and I was saying I'd rather look at a lady boy, the one that was shy and who was in there, than ugly Kurt. Now I know Kurt wouldn't mind, and you know, it's not going to upset him. So that's why I said I used Kurt. They turned it around and said, "Oh, you called the lady boy ugly." And I said, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" So it's just more demonising. It's just manipulating everything and demonising, and just think, "Oh, I just don't want this. Just don't want it." And now they're trying to get me back in the room. You know, and I'm just saying, "No, I'm not going. I've no longer got any. I've just got no interest in. I've got to find a whole new way to live. I've given up." And it's actually, if you look at what's happening in America at the moment, this walk away movement. I don't know whether you've heard about it. Yeah, walking away from the Democratic Party. Yeah, people just leaving it in droves. Just said, no, we don't want that anymore. And that's how I feel. It's been so much of this, we're just walking away from it. So, you know, probably it could be that you're a female, a woman, and then not that you've done anything particularly wrong to me, but you know, you didn't exactly, you know, you actually defended Sue through this, and it's like, oh, okay, fair enough. Everybody's on Sue's side, but everybody's walking. You know, people are walking away from it now. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, men are pricks, eh? You arseholes, bastards. It's you've driven us. Actually, what's happened is we've been driven away. The narcissism is driving everybody away from one another, separating us. So we're all separate. That's probably what's happening. It's meant to be this way. Everybody's getting separated so that we can be dominated, apparently. We're going to be controlled, or, you know, and that's just what's happened. Nobody can talk, nobody can discuss things. No, we're down in this area here. And we're going to get screwed. So I'm at this level here at the moment. It's not very good. I'm just informing you what I think is happening. Okay, or maybe up as far as talk. All right, but I'd say that's what's happening. If you go and look at YouTube, apart from the how to do something videos, you know, if they're just about, you know, social issues or politics or anything, it's all in this area. And just read the comments, watch the videos, and just say, yeah, whereabouts are they on this? Yeah, where are they talking? Yeah, you'll find they're in the narc zone. It's so that's what's happening, and it's weighing me down. I mean, I'm trying my best to keep my channel up, and they're actually coming up a bit. They're getting a bit better, but it's widespread. This is. I think what's happening is I see videos where they're saying, yeah, they're dividing and conquering us. You know, they're splitting up people at all levels, destroying interpersonal relationships. You know, and then you would be thinking, oh, it's you that's, you know, you would criticise me or you know, attack me in some way. And I'm just saying, no, it's actually external. It's coming from somewhere else. I can't. I just can't. I haven't got the energy to, you know, like I tried to get AB to have a fucking beer with people, with guys, just have a drink online. That's too hard. That's what she said. No, it's too hard. Oh, that's too hard. Oh my God, you're kidding, aren't you? You know, it's too hard to actually sit and have a chat and have a drink with somebody. That's too hard. Like, what's wrong? And the only reason she wants to talk to me is so she can get money. And I'm sort of realising that now, and I'm just sort of, it's just the whole red pill, I suppose, is coming in. I'm just sort of looking at it and thinking, you know, what's the fucking point? It's, you know, people seem to think that men can just stand here and cop the shit that we've got, and somehow you build in your minds that, oh no, we can handle it. You've got no problem. I don't know. You must hate us that much. We're no different from you. That's the truth of it. We're just no different from you. But oh no, we're suddenly this huge. We're this demon. It's demonisation. It's demonising us. Yeah. So we sort of kind of. And oh, you're tough, you can handle it, you're a man, aren't you? Yeah, right, no, you don't need to see your children, do you? No. You don't need any money, do you? No, you live by yourself, can't you? You're a man, you can do, yeah, you're indestructible. Yeah, that's the sort of attitude it is, Boom. Oh, gee, just a look at that men. Yep. And look, he complains when, she doesn't let him see his children. I mean, it's a fuck up in your head, not mine. Sorry, it's in your head. You're the one that's doing this. Okay, you guys are the one that are attacking and demonising us. And so I suppose it's sort of reaching a point of no return where we're all walking away. People are walking away from one another, from groups, from this, from that, and something else, and that's just what's happening. I've had this all my life. It's sort of like, just the number of people that just hurl abuse at me, and I'm thinking, why do I want to put up with it anymore? Why do I want it? Why do I need this group mentality? Why do I need other people? I'm probably going full MGTOW actually, where they just think, no, you don't need anybody else. Just be by yourself. Yeah, I've sort of, the more I fight and resist it, the more entrenched it's becoming. Anyway, that's what's been happening. As for gardens and stuff, there's a garden out there. I don't care about it that much anymore. I pour all this water on it. I get 2 carrots and a couple of snow peas and this sort of thing. I'd just rather buy them at the shop. The only thing I've got going is this huge chili bush. Yeah, it's a Hibernara chili or something, very hot, really hot. But it likes water, and I've poured lots of water on it. But I can just go out and get a couple of chilies when most days. I've been using too many. I think I'll have to cut down a little bit. But they actually, I find they limit your food intake, probably because it hurts to eat. But I probably use a bit too much, but never mind. Anyway, Boom, that's pretty much all I've got to say. I'll try and keep. I don't know. I'm just sort of losing interest, just generally. I'm just sort of looking at it, and it's like this. That's how I feel. And it's just it's like it doesn't matter. We can be knocked down to the ground, smashed and bashed. Oh no, you're fine, you're right, you're wonderful. All the guys talk about it. They're just getting clobbered all over the place. Oh no, you're indestructible, you're this, you're that. It's like when you're a father and the children just bash you. And they like you could be old and tired and worn out, and I don't care, you're indestructible. It's like that, perpetually. And it's just absolutely no consideration that we're humans. We are actually dehumanised. I think that's what I'm trying to say. That's how it feels. I can't think of any other way of putting it. That's just how it feels. It just feels like I'm not really human. I'm just a thing. But no, you don't have to do anything. Boom, I was just saying, it's just typical what happens. People just, you sort of say, oh, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to do that. No, I don't want to do any of that. No, fair enough. No, I don't want to share you with kids. No, I don't want to do that. Fair enough. Anyway, I'm going. I'll talk to you later. See ya.